Talk about species for a minute. Walnut has become one of the more talked about and common requests we get for a custom wood species. To reiterate something I talk about in a lot of the videos, Conestoga operates in several standard species: cherry, red oak, maple, hard maple, soft maple, or painted like the cabinets behind you, in which case finished ends are not a problem and all that, but they do operate in many custom species: pine, alder, you name it. If they can get it, they'll build cabinets out of it for you. One of the woods they keep in the shop, but it's not standard on the cabinets, is walnut. Few things to be aware of walnut. What you're seeing here is natural walnut with a 40 sheen top coat on it. It's got a really rich brown color in its natural form, no stain applied to this. You do get some contrasting whites and darks, and this door, unfortunately, is not a good representation of what you may see, because you could get much more contrast between individual panel glue-ups, pieces of framing, and I'm going to look at the back of the door. No, it still looks pretty good back there, but this is what I would consider really clean walnut. You may get more variation than this. The other thing to be aware with walnut is if you're doing natural finish, Conestoga is going to mandate that you use the premium grade of walnut, which bumps the price, and now you're going to be up above cherry and maple by a couple of bucks a square foot. If you want to go with a stain on it, they can do a standard grade, but that standard grade walnut is again going to have more lights and darks, some tiger striping, a lot of variation. As a wood guy, I think that's cool as heck. I really like the look of the variation of walnut. If you're looking for that laminate-like repeatability and every door looks the same, walnut's not your choice. But consider it for, this is a great kitchen to look at. This is a crystal white, or I'm sorry, frosty white with a coffee glaze. And if you look at walnut, it complements the coffee glaze very well. So what we're doing a lot of is not so much a walnut kitchen, but maybe a walnut island. Some accent pieces in the kitchen could be done in walnut, and it gives you kind of a wood that you're not going to walk into Lowe's or Home Depot and say, "Can I have walnut?" They're going to laugh at you. So it's really a nice wood, not overly expensive. If you're doing the standard grade, where you're not having to bump up to that premium, it prices out a little under cherry and maple. So it's not an exotic by any stretch. In terms of density, it's very hard. It's going to wear very well, much like maple. Maybe not quite as hard as maple, but not as soft as cherry. It doesn't split any more readily than maple does, but you will want a pre-drill, front frames and things like that. And some considerations, because it is a custom wood, if you're going to do a finished end, you're going to need to make sure that you use a skin. Conestoga, you'll tell us you want a finished end, and we will send you, Conestoga will send you a cut-to-size skin that you will laminate onto the side of the cabinet. That's the case with every custom wood Conestoga offers, whether it's walnut or, like I said, pine or any of the oddball birch, some of the oddball species. Other thing to be aware of is there's no provision for matching interiors. So if you have a cabinet that has no doors on it, it's a bookshelf, they don't do a walnut interior. So you're either going to have to live with the blonde maple interior. You can order the cabinet box interior unfinished and raw wood, and you can do what you want to the inside. We can do it in maybe a close match species like cherry with a saddle finish. It's not going to match exact, but it's a dark stain. But you have to be okay with some of those things, because if you have a lot of matching interiors in your kitchen and you don't have the ability to make them all walnut, it may stand out to you. So just be aware of that. Maybe order a sample from your sales rep of the complementing species and stain we could do to get close. See if you like it before you buy it. But it's a terrific wood. Very, very warm, lodge-like, got a lot of masculine kind of English pub kind of feel to it. So maybe it'll work in your job, maybe it won't, but we're selling a whole lot of it right now. Thanks for watching.